35 years ago, I walked across the Old Wye Bridge here at Hereford for the very first time, and I was absolutely mesmerised by this river. I walked down to the water's edge, took a handful of water, drank it down and said, yes, this is the place I'm going to spend the rest of my life. And I got work within a couple of weeks, somewhere to live, and got a job for 6 years with the Bulmers, the local cider makers. But then there was another recession and they had to make 100 people redundant, and I was one of those people that was looking for work. They gave us a counsellor, and my counsellor said, why don't you start your own business? But today it's totally different. The business world has changed, and now we're looking at things like marketing, IT, people, and therefore what I want to do today is find some of the great local businesses in Hereford that really are being successful, thriving and developing, notwithstanding any kind of recession at all. So we have come to the Allpay Flavours of Herefordshire festival this morning to look for the businesses that actually do major on those three crucial areas of success. Wye Valley Brewery, one of the great Herefordshire businesses. Is it point of sale material which is important to you, or is it the labels on the bottles, or is it the takeaways? I mean, what is it specifically you think that keeps you ahead of the game?
It's all very important. We have to remember that our main customer base is the pub landlord, so most of our budget does go on point of sale material to support him, support his sales within the pub. So we've just updated our pump clips, so we've now got metal pump clips looking really, really smart on the bar. So yeah, it's really key that in the pub we've got a strong sort of brand, and the pub landlord's got the branded glasses, the beer mats, the bar runners, and the whole lot to sort of support him. But in the same way, bottle labels are really important. We're obviously doing more and more bottles all the time, selling more bottles to export and to this country. Our shop, we've got clothing, we've got, you can see all the things here. So it's really important that it's a wide spectrum of things on offer.
Yeah, and some of the brands that have been there in the past, like Dorothy Goodbody, those are still running, aren't they? And you're putting new life into Dorothy.
We did a photo shoot to find a real life Dorothy. So this is our Lucy Dearden, who's featuring our cover, and she's our real life Dorothy. But we've got 12 months of Dorothy next year, so our monthly beers, we change them every month, and we've got 12 different beers, all featuring Dorothy with brand new branding.
Wow.
And we've got a few competitions in pubs and things going on to try and give it a bit of extra push.
How exciting. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to see you. Great family business here, TPG Disabled Aids. Tell me about the family business, please.
Well, it's one of these things that it was a needs must. I'd been in the farm machinery business all my life because I came from farming stock, really, and they chose to make me redundant. And I thought, well, I've earned money managing businesses for other people, so why not manage one for myself?
Fantastic. It's just growing and expanding. I mean, Mandy, you're the next generation. How have you grown the business so well, the three of you?
I think the core part of it is let our family help your family, and it's the after-sales service which is absolutely crucial. We don't just sell products, we look after the customer right through servicing, repairing. They can phone up, we can give advice for free. We're always there 7 days a week on the phone to help people.
Very well done, and thank you very much for chatting this morning.
Hi Tim, how you doing, all right?
Yeah, super. Really nice to see you here. You single-handedly introduced IT into Neil Powell Butchers. There are 5 outlets. How did you do this?
I was after a grant to start with, so I got in contact with Business Link, who put me in contact with IT consultants, provided and paid for through Business Link, who pointed me in the right direction. I then got in contact with a specialist software company who deal with restaurants, butchers, farm shops. And yeah, it grew from there.
But you did it all yourself, didn't you? You had a lot of resistance because, you know, obviously mum and dad are a different generation, and it's very hard to persuade people, sometimes the older generation, that it's worth spending the money on these sort of things.
I think so. I think my dad is generally pretty good with investing in the business, so there wasn't a resistance on that part. But obviously the change in operating structures and the way people do things, that certainly took quite a lot of managing.
And now this goes right the way through the business, doesn't it? All 5 outlets have the system.
Does, yeah.
What difference has that made in practice?
It's made things a lot easier, so it's all centrally controlled now. The prices can be changed in any of the 5 outlets from a central location very easily and very quickly.
And you've done an awful lot on the marketing as well as the IT, haven't you?
A fair bit,
In the
yeah.
last couple of years,
Yeah,
so,
rebranded everything. And
well, well done, Ben. You're a star man, and all the best for the future.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, sir.
So, Heidi, you're a specialist on people issues. Why do they make such a difference, whereas 30 years ago, people just did the job?
Well, I think in order to actually do business, people need to trade with other people. And that means you have to engage with them on a personal level, because people very much buy from people that they like. So developing your own interpersonal skills is really important. And that could be through going to networking events, that could be through simply having conversations wherever you go and engaging with people and finding out what your customer base likes. Everybody is a potential customer. There's so many more people doing similar businesses to each other. It's the ones that engage with their customers or whoever it is that they're potentially selling to or offering a service to that get the business. Because you don't just have to be good at what you're offering in terms of a product, you have to have that follow through and that relationship with people. That's what makes a good business.
So what you're saying is that old-fashioned virtues like trust and respect are perhaps more important than ever in today's world.
Definitely, definitely. The environment is so much more competitive. Even if it comes down to handling complaints, if one company doesn't handle a complaint very well, but another company does, it's not just down to price anymore, it's down to what that whole level of service is.
And do you think that going forward, some of the old-fashioned businesses that there are in Herefordshire that haven't really moved a lot in sort of 30 years, are they going to be up to speed?
There's an interesting position between the values that an older generation might bring in, which is customer service and keeping that respect with your customers, but there's the modern way of doing business, which includes online, which includes all sorts of things, and that filters through. A company's personality still has to be in that remote message.
Thank you very much indeed.
Nice to see you, Tim.
Yeah. So there we have it. We've had evidence this morning that whatever business we're running, we need to focus on outstanding marketing, the very best IT we can get, and people and relationships. Thank you for watching.